So good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Buddhist Society. This is the lunchtime meditation session. We're going to sit together for about half an hour. And before that, I'll light some candles and some incense. Is anyone here allergic to incense? Okay, I won't light the incense then. That's fine, that's no problem. And before that, I'll read some of the words from the dedication of offerings in the Theravada chanting book, and then we'll sit together for about half an hour or so. But please, before I start, do get comfortable. The dedication of offerings. To the Blessed One, the Lord who fully attained perfect enlightenment. To the teaching which he expounded so well. And to the Blessed One's disciples who have practiced well. To these, the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, we render with offerings our rightful homage. It is well for us that the Blessed One, having attained liberation, still had compassion for later generations. May these simple offerings be accepted for our long-lasting benefit and for the happiness it gives us. The Lord, the perfectly enlightened and Blessed One, I render homage to the Buddha, the Blessed One. The teaching so completely explained by him, I bow to the Dhamma. The Blessed One's disciples who have practiced well, I bow to the Sangha. Recollection of the Buddha. A good word of the Blessed One's reputation has spread as follows. He, the Blessed One, is indeed the Pure One, the perfectly enlightened one. He is impeccable in conduct and understanding, the accomplished one, the knower of the worlds. He trains perfectly those who wish to be trained. He is teacher of gods and humans. He is awake and holy. The supreme praise of the Buddha. The Buddha, the truly worthy one, endowed with such excellent qualities, whose being is composed of purity, transcendental wisdom, and compassion. Who has enlightened the wise, like the sun awakening the lotus. I bow my head to that peaceful chief of conquerors, the Buddha, who is the safe, secure refuge of all beings. As the first object of recollection, I venerate him with bowed head. I am indeed the Buddha's servant. The Buddha is my Lord and guide. The Buddha is sorrow's destroyer, who bestows blessings on me. To the Buddha I dedicate this body and life, and in devotion I will walk the Buddha's path of awakening. For me there is no other refuge. The Buddha is my excellent refuge. By the utterance of this truth may I grow in the Master's way. By my devotion to the Buddha, and the blessings of this practice, by its power, may all obstacles be overcome. So I invite you now to come to a really comfortable sitting position, reasonably upright, but making every allowance for how you find your body this morning or the early afternoon as it is here in London. So do get comfortable. And a good place to start is just by dropping your attention downwards into the soles of your feet if you're sitting on a chair, or if you're sitting cross-legged on the floor, into your ankles and your shins, the points of contact with the ground that supports you. And the invitation is to see if you can really feel the contact with the floor. And just notice where your attention goes. If you haven't already done so, find a neutral position for your hands, just resting in your lap or on your thighs, upturned or downturned, just a reasonably comfortable position where you don't have to think about what to do with them. And then I invite you just to feel your sitting bones on the chair or the cushion. And in exactly the same way, see if you can establish the contact with the direct sensation of sitting. And as you do so, just notice where your attention actually goes. And then the invitation is to feel your back and your spine in particular, reasonably upright as much as your body will allow. And see if you can align your spine with your neck so that everything's in a reasonably upright column.
1877219 Course 1877219 Course 17187.
Just to acknowledge that we just had some interference on the system, and just to acknowledge that may have had an impact on your sitting. So just taking that in, allowing it to settle, and just coming back to the sensations in the body. And just noticing any thoughts that may have set up for you. Just notice, that's all. And now I invite you just to get a general sense of the whole of your body, from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet or the contact with the floor, taking in your back and your sitting bones. Just feel the clothes on your skin surface and the air on your hands and your face. And then the invitation is just to pick up the sensation of the movement caused by the breath. So wherever it's easiest for you to notice it, in the chest or in the abdomen, or at the rim of the nostrils, just see if you can rest your attention lightly and gently on that sensation. So we're not concentrating on the breath, we're just noticing in a very light and gentle way, and above all, with kindness and compassion. So when you find your attention has wandered or drifted, it's just noticing that and with kindness returning it to that direct sensation, the movement of the breath. So we'll enter a period of silence now, and the breath can always be your anchor. Please feel free to stretch and move and adjust your posture. Some notices from the Buddhist Society. This evening, Monday, there's the Zen class and the Theravada class. I think they're both online and here at the Buddhist Society. And the Introduction to Buddhism, all at 6:30 in the evening. On Thursday in the evening, there's the basic meditation class. So if you're new to meditation, returning after a gap, and you want some basic instruction, there's that class taken this week by Colin Ash, and that starts at 6:30. That'll be online. There is also the Tibetan class at 6:30, and that'll be both here in person and online. There's lunchtime meditation classes on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And the Friday one is both online and here in person. On Saturday, there's meditation at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and at 10 o'clock on Sunday morning. For all the login details and the numbers you need to join those classes, please see the Buddhist Society website. And the Buddhist Society thanks you all joining this class today and forming this Sangha together. I'm going to close today by reading the reflections on universal well-being and then the closing homage. The reflections on universal well-being. May I abide in well-being, in freedom from affliction, in freedom from hostility, in freedom from ill will, in freedom from anxiety, and may I maintain well-being in myself. May everyone abide in well-being, in freedom from hostility, in freedom from ill will, in freedom from anxiety, and may they maintain well-being in themselves. May all beings be released from all suffering, and may they not be parted from the good fortune they have attained. When they act upon intention, all beings are the owners of their action and inherit its results. Their future is born from such action, companion to such action, and its results will be their home. All actions with intention, be they skillful or harmful, of such acts, they will be the heirs. The closing homage. The Lord, the perfectly enlightened and blessed one, I render homage to the Buddha, the Blessed One. The teachings so completely explained by him, I bow to the Dhamma. The Blessed One's disciples who have practiced well, I bow to the Sangha. So thank you all once again for joining this class, coming here to the Buddhist Society or joining us online and forming this Sangha together. I'll be here again this time next week, so I wish you all a good week. Go well.